Hi, I'm Marjorie Boyles, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my approach to teaching and learning in the arts. First off, instructional approaches. I'm going to highlight three approaches that I think are essential to my teaching and the students' learning in the arts. So demonstration, I think it's important for me to work in front of the students. When they see me making something, they get to see the whole process, and then they'll know what they have questions about. It also helps to demystify the process. If you're having a bad day, great, let them see it, that it's not always one and done. Sometimes you struggle, sometimes you start over, and sometimes those end up making the most interesting pieces. And that's the kind of thing you see the most when you're showing the student. Critique is super essential. It is not only a part of the, what'd you call that, assessment. I think it's more important to think of it as part of the process. And it's a way to learn more about each other's work and learn more about your work by talking it out with others. Seeing the work, sometimes it's a very intuitive process when you're coming up with answers on why you did something, but being forced to kind of talk about it, or at least think about it more, hear how other people see it, is really enlightening and compelling. It allows you to learn something by looking at a process rather than having to go through every single process and mistake and challenge on your own. You get to do it with other people. That's part of the reason that you're in a class. Research, looking at other, this is the third component I wanted to highlight, looking at other artists. Not so that's art historical, and that's also contemporary art, and then the people who are teaching, myself, my collaborating teacher, other people from the community. If people have artists in their families, it could be in other art forms, and we could see how the language of painting and drawing or photography goes with things like culinary arts or horticulture. There are overlaps. The next thing I want to talk about is how I promote a positive, collaborative learning environment. First off, as far as collaboration, I like collaborating. I think that we're stronger together. That it's great to have another teaching professional with you to bounce ideas off of and to help you reach other students, because the way I think about something might not be the way my co-teacher thinks about that same thing, and I see that as a good thing. Of course, you're not always going to like everybody that you're working with, and that's okay too. If somebody's bugging me and I try to notice what it is about what they're doing that's making me get upset. Often I can start to think about what the behavior is and why it's bothering me, and I can turn that into an asset. I start to kind of see that they are seeing something in a completely different way than I'm thinking about it. And so it helps to broaden my horizons, and it helps to reach some of those other students, because maybe a student is thinking about it in the same way that other person is, that was previously bothering me, and now I realize is just another way of thinking about it. I do it almost instinctively now from working with people for so long. You have to listen to people if you're going to collaborate. You have to hear what their ideas are so that they can feel free and safe to listen to you and to know that you're all in it together. So then also the last thing I want to talk about is what it means to be a student-centered environment. Learning and teaching in the arts is about the students. That's why we're here. I expect a lot from my students, but at the same time, I know that they are coming in from different places. One great thing about this program is how students can come from everywhere in the city, and so if they're coming from a school that doesn't have as many art teachers and can't offer an advanced program, they can come here and get that access. I think it's essential for the city of Chicago. So when I'm making art, I don't want it to look like my art. I want it to look like the best art that student is capable and wanting to make. And often I help them make art that they didn't even know that they wanted to make, and they didn't know that they could make. Also, I want to encourage them to be interactive with the community, not just in our advanced program, but also other things that are more open to them if they come downtown, like the teen program at the MCA, at the Marwin Foundation, at the Architecture Center, and others. Thanks.